From the Raw Boxing TV studios, your host, Ranger. Information may cause headaches to hates or bias casual fans.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you.
The host that gives you facts with very little feelings. From the city of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, the man who floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee.
I'm going to show you how great I am.
Louisville, Kentucky. It's showtime.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Raw Boxing TV, back with another one. Once again, trying to involve the kids as part of the channel. Tonight, we're going to be reacting to this face-off between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. And then, of course, we'll probably elaborate a little bit on the fight and whatever we thought of this face-off. I haven't seen it. But I've been hearing mixed feelings about it. Some people found it strange. Other people found it boring. Some people found it entertaining. So we're just going to go ahead and react to it. Doesn't matter if they give us a copyright. This channel's not really seeking for money, or this channel's not really here to look for the papers, just to have fun with the kids. It's the only reason I came back to the YTBC. So, yeah. What do you think we're going to get in this face-off?
I don't know.
No, let's go ahead and get it then. Let's go ahead and get it, because you know what? This is one of those things that you gotta watch for yourself and then draw your own conclusions, because you're gonna have fanboys on both sides of the aisle. Both sides of the aisle is gonna have fanboys, and I just don't want to go by what the fanboy has to say. So
you got into the ring when Ryan won his fight.
So we might stop this a lot, just because we do want to play a little bit in favor of the fair use, so to speak. So we might stop it a lot. So
in Anaheim, and as the champion, you challenged him back then. Why do you think it's taken this long for you two to fight?
Ryan was my mandatory a long time ago, and we could have fought then. But you know, the time is now. Allah is a perfect planner, so it happened at the right time. It's a much bigger fight now than it was 4 years ago, obviously. So what can I say?
Ryan, why is it taking so long?
that is a fact, though. Like back when he fought Campbell's and he knocked Campbell's out, and he was a pretty good back and forward fight. Yeah, the hype because Garcia beat Campbell was there, but I don't think that fight back then would have been as big as it is now. And mind you, I still think that the only reason it's big is because of the following of Ryan Garcia, not so much the following of Devin Haney. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, everyone wants to see this. I mean, they're 3-3 in the amateurs.
Is that what it is? 3-3?
Yeah, 3-3.
3-3. All right.
Long to have you two guys meet in the ring.
I told him I had a plan. I'm going to do this, this, and that. And I stuck to the plan. I said, I'm going to see you last. I didn't lie. I just stuck to what I felt in my spirit and what to do, you know, and that's what I did. And now we're here.
When you guys squared off that night in Anaheim, there was a little bit of tension, but it was mostly friendly between you two in that moment. It clearly has changed in the build-up for this fight. For you, Ryan, what made it change?
Just growing up and just...
I don't know about you, but I'm not getting a vibe as in... So typically when we see something like this, you get that tension between both fighters. You get that tension between both sides. I'm getting more of a... I mean, we're a minute and 37 in, and it's boring to me. But I don't know. What do you think?
It's very, very chill right now. I don't know if it's going to pick up in action or not, but...
All right.
I don't know. I just matured and I just don't like it. That's it. I'm going to go after him.
Okay, okay.
Simple.
Okay. All right.
Devin, for you,
straight to the point.
Made the dynamic change?
I said that he said some things. He said that he didn't say these things. I heard that he said
he said
about my religion. He says that he didn't say it, so I'm not going to force that on him.
Bruce Grass, what's up, brother?
He didn't say it, and he didn't say it. But that's what I heard, and that's what somebody who's a reliable source told me that. So it's like, that's something that you don't come back from.
They could be lying, though. They could be setting stuff up.
But you could be lying, too.
Okay, I would tell you the truth. I'd be like, you know what? I did say these things, but I didn't. I don't want to disrespect your religion at all. I mean, that's something... Look at.
And I see you said about the Merry Christmas. That's not what I was talking about.
Okay, I thought that's what you were talking about. But-
So there's still a lot of childish stuff here. The he said, and I was told, and they said, and then I don't know. There are certain things that mixing it with boxing is just, I don't know. Am I too old school? Is this what boxing is nowadays, in your opinion, from what you've been seeing? Because you've been keeping up with boxing a lot more than I have. Is this what we got nowadays?
I mean, it's pretty much, yeah, it's what we have these days.
Damn.
Honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't bring religion or like all that stuff into it. It's a fight. We're gonna bring the hype up, and once it's time, we fight.
That's it.
But anyways, I just
Straight
want
to
to
the
make it clear,
point.
bro. I don't have anything against your religion. Like I'm not trying to, disrespect you in that way.
You've said in some interviews in the build-up that you think he's fake. That you say he says one thing to your face and does something different behind your back.
What I meant by that is, hey, like I know we get friendly, but like I know what's underneath that. Like we're ready to go get his ass. Like when they get that opportunity. So that's all I meant by that.
But that's every fighter, though.
That is true.
And that's every fighter. I mean, you and I can be friends, and we're gonna be cordial to each other. We're gonna be professional to each other. But deep down inside, I want to bite your nose off. I want to strip you of everything you have. I mean, I think that's normal, though. So I mean, to call somebody fake because that's how they act, and I think that's normal. That's not being fake. That's normal. I don't want to kill you right off the bat. If I know you, I'm going to be cool with you. But when that bell rings,
It's on.
it's on like Donkey Kong.
Devin's Devin. I mean, he probably thinks he's not fake. I mean, he probably thinks I'm fake. I'm acting. I'm doing this. So
What did you think when you heard that he thinks you're saying one thing to his face and something else behind his back?
I don't know what he's talking about. So
of course they
I
wouldn't
don't
admit
know.
that.
I don't know what he's talking about. But
Of course, you don't want to admit your plan. Lower his guard, then we go get him. Nah, bro.
he's delusional. He's delusional. I don't know what he's talking about.
You probably don't notice you do it.
Do what? What do I do? What do I say to your face and then act behind your
It's
back?
just like, shit.
I don't even go.
It doesn't even matter.
There was a long time.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we went nowhere. It took us nowhere. That Ryan comment took us nowhere. The comeback from Haney took us nowhere. But I guess I don't.
It seemed like you guys were on friendly terms, even though you were around the same weight class.
Nah, it's cordial. We're rivals at the end of the day. Like,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like we've been rivals since we was
9,
10 years old. We went to circus when we were little kids. We've been cool to a certain extent. We've been cordial.
But now we're in a fight. The same. It can't be. It's like
That's true.
you gotta hit a switch. There's no.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I agree with Bruce Gas here. He says that Haney has improved a lot more since the amateurs. I agree with that. I mean, I think Ryan Garcia found a comfort in his speed, found a comfort in his power with that left hook, to where it allowed him, fighting the level of competition he was fighting, it allowed him to just ignore one of the most essential things in boxing, which is have a balanced package, but most importantly is to keep that damn head and chin tucked in. I hope we don't get this kind of Ryan where, he's always had that
Yeah.
chin up there in the air. I don't fear. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't fear Haney's power at all. At all. And it's boxing. It can happen. But if you're gonna put your chin out there to get tapped, well, guess what?
It will get tapped.
It's gonna get tapped. But I agree with that comment, though. I agree with that comment. Now, does that mean that Ryan Garcia all of a sudden forgot everything that he knows about boxing since the amateurs? Absolutely not. Ryan Garcia can choose to go out there and dance around and just pump the jab a lot more, work the 1-2, work the body, use the ring a little more. But I think he's gonna go back to the same thing, trying to use the left hook, and that left hook can be neutralized.
Yeah.
And it's it for
It does feel like a little bit more than just a fight. I mean, for example, when we saw you guys at the Super Bowl, a choreographed face-off between the two of you?
No, it wasn't.
No, not choreographed.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, a setup. It was set up for you
No,
No,
guys
it wasn't. No, it wasn't set up. I was.
The
He was
only
going there to do
thing
media.
was
I was going
they're
there to
gonna
do
face
media.
off. That's it.
Yeah.
But after that,
I just seen him and he was like talking. I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, Ryan, knock it off. You're acting. Like you're acting. He was like,
I just turned around. I was like, all right, let's do it right now. But
Let's talk about the fight.
I have a weird feeling about this face-off. I don't see. I genuinely don't see nothing to incentivize me to. If I was a casual fan, if I didn't want to see the clash of these two fighters, they're not doing much to sell me the fight right now. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think they're not doing much to sell me the fight. That's the sales pitch is not convincing me. It's not. It's too friendly. It's too yeah. Oh no. Oh no, we weren't choreographed. Oh yeah. Oh, you remember when it's kind of like three friends
Yeah.
or two friends talking to a new friend about each other. It's a little weird.
Then immediately after Devin beat Regis Prograis to win that title, you went on social media.
That was a cherry pick fight. I mean,
That-
everybody knew what was gonna happen in that fight.
That was the most boring fight I've ever seen. I actually fell asleep watching it. I'm not joking.
That's bad. That's bad.
And said you're ready for that fight. What was it about that moment that made you decide this was the fight you wanted?
I just, like I said, I seen him picking up steam. Like he was, making noise. And I felt like he got to the point where like it's time to run it, I feel like he's coming into his own. I am myself. And I felt like it was the perfect time. A lot of people like to say he's not a draw. I think otherwise. I vouched for him and I said, nah, he got it picking up.
I gotta be a draw. I think this is the biggest fight in boxing right now.
I don't think Haney is that much of a draw though. I really don't think so. I think that, and here's the reason why. I was looking at his YouTube channel. I don't know why this man only has less than 100,000 subscribers in YouTube. I think the reason, to some boxing fan, he might be considered big, which is not. I think he's got a few big boxing channel in the YouTube boxing community that just saturates the algorithm with his name. But if you look at this man's career, the Floyd Mayweather blueprint is not working with him. Like there's nothing about him that will lead me to pay $50, $60, $100 to watch him fight. Because in my opinion, he lost against Lomachenko. I don't care what nobody wants to say. He lost against Lomachenko. He didn't look good versus Linares. He didn't look good versus JoJo. I just don't see where he is a big draw on his own. I think Ryan, in another hand, having the millions and millions of followers in the social media is what makes this fight big. That's the reason, too, that the Tank Davis versus Ryan, in my opinion, was such a success. Do you think that this is going to break Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia's pay-per-view number?
Honestly, probably.
You think so?
Honestly, knowing the social media these days, it's most likely will.
We'll see.
So
I'll go on the record that it's going to break the Gervonta fight. Like it's
The
gonna
live gate.
No, the
Oh.
pay-per-view buy.
Oh,
What do you think it'll do?
1.5. I might mess around and get 2.
nah.
I might.
There's no way in hell. No. There's no way in hell. Whatever alcohol, whatever weed, whatever cocaine Ryan did before this, there's no way in hell that this will bring in 2 million pay-per-view buys. Hell no. Are you kidding me? And if he does, congratulations. Hey, I hope he does. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't see it. Now, no, I just don't see it.
we might mess around and get 2.
Okay, yes, yeah, you're right.
Devin, when you saw, like you said, you've been looking for this fight for a while. When you saw him go on social media calling you out, what did you think?
Nah, I mean, we seen him go on social media and call out a bunch of people, so I didn't think it was real. I'm like, here go Ryan calling me out because I just fought and da. He just watched it. We seen him do it so many times, and then the fight not happen. So I didn't take it serious.
When did you start to take it
I want
serious?
to say his team reached out, and then I was like, we
I,
started.
I can't blame him for that though, because nowadays a lot of fighters be blowing smoke through social media, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. But like Ryan said at the beginning of the interview, I had a plan to fight X, X, Y, and Z, and then I was going to fight him, and I did that. So now that's why we fighting. So
We got into talks, negotiations, or whatever, and then he went on a jog with Floyd, and then it fell apart.
That's kind of funny.
No, that's the truth.
I know it is the truth, but it just came out funny.
You guys fought within a week of each other back in December. Devin, what did you think of Ryan's performance against Oscar Duarte?
Honestly, I didn't get a chance to watch it fully. I watched like bits and pieces, but to be real with you, not like I'm not even trying to share right now. But I fell asleep. I wasn't. No,
oh
no,
wow,
no.
oh wow.
I was in training camp, so I was tired. I had a hard workout that day, and I fell asleep. So I did not watch the fight fully, but I seen that he knocked him out, and he did what he was supposed to do.
Okay.
Ryan, when you
His shoulder roll was not the best.
That's
It's not the best.
See. This is it right here. This is it.
But did I get hit though? I didn't even get hit.
You didn't get hit?
Oh, I did actually get 3 times in the shoulder. Oh, you're right. Or the uppercut.
Well, getting hit 3 times is like not getting hit. I mean, if you're in a boxing match, you're gonna get hit more than 3 times on the shoulder roll. I don't care who you are. You can be Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't. If you get 3 times, that's almost nothing.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad though.
when you saw his win over Regis Prograis, what did you think?
I told you, like, oh damn, he got it going on now. All right, cool. Like he dropped him with the right hand. That was nice. He outboxed it out of him. Like, it was just easy work.
Which we all
But I
knew
already
was going to
knew that
happen.
was gonna happen. Regis.
Yeah, we all knew that was going to happen. I told y'all when y'all told me about that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, Regis Progress. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to think that Devin on his own is a hard seller in boxing. I think if this fight sells a lot is because of the Ryan Garcia social media following. And that's it. And then some hardcore boxing fan, and then a lot of casual boxing fans. But as far as Devin alone, I don't know. I think his father will sell a theater better than Devin can fight to sell a theater. His father has a big old mouthpiece. I mean, that's all he knows how to do is just talk.
Devin's dad is like that friend that talks too much.
The hype. Yeah. Like in Key and Peele, in Key and Peele, they got that rapper scene and it's got the hype. that to me, that's Bill Haney.
This is too slow. Like he started boxing late. Like he don't have it like that.
Facts.
I already knew Devin was gonna beat him easy.
Facts.
When you think about your fight with Devin, how challenging a fight is this going to be for you?
We'll just have to see in the ring. Like I can't really say it's gonna be hard or easy. Sometimes I think fights are gonna be hard and then it's over in like a second. Sometimes it's gonna be easy work and it's actually harder than I thought. So we just won't know till we're in there.
Devin, when you think of matching up with Ryan, how challenging do you think this fight's going to be?
What do you think before he answers that?
It's gonna be a very interesting clash of styles. I think if Ryan focus is too much on his left and his speed, it's not gonna work out for him. Now, if you ask me, if Ryan doesn't get him out within the first 6 rounds, I got Haney.
Damn, you took my stuff away. You took my ideas out of my head. But that's a fact. I mean, because like the comments was saying, if there's somebody that has improved a lot more, in my opinion, is Haney. Especially because during this fight now, the preparation to this fight, I see Haney more focused on the fight than I see Garcia. Garcia keeps doing all this little weird stuff on Instagram and all this stuff. And when you look at Haney, what do you see Haney doing? Running in the mountains, doing precise bag work. You just see a different story between both fighters. If I had to, and social media can be very deceiving, that might be a technique from Ryan. Ryan might be killing himself in the gym for all we know. But if we go by what we are seeing, I think Haney is showing the most focus in this fight thus far.
I think I'm gonna start cutting
Oh,
carbs.
goodness.
you want to drop this?
I don't think that Ryan has got much better since the amateurs. Ryan fights the same way, does
Boom.
the same things.
Boom.
Obviously, he's got bigger and stronger, but it's the same thing.
I would imagine, Ryan, you think you have developed some new things. What do you think's different about you since
I
those
mean,
days?
I know the steps I've taken.
I think he's a
know-
one-trick pony.
Mm.
Gosh, bro, it's annoying because he's just using that tank like
How
enough
much?
to.
It's the truth.
No, it's not, bro. Have I knocked people out with a right hand before?
But once they
Have
took,
But see, but notice what Haney says. I think he's a one-trick pony. And listen to his reply. He doesn't even get what Haney is saying. He's so focused, oh, have I not knocked out people with my right hand? That's not even that's not what's being talked about here. We're talking about an overall boxing package here. You
Skill
know?
set.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
knocked out somebody with a right hand before.
who?
I don't know, but have I?
Who?
I hope Ryan wins, but I'm gonna be real with you. Realistically speaking, really, I think Haney is showing me more in this fight. In preparation to this fight.
Have I?
Who?
Have I knocked out somebody with a
Tell
right
me
hand?
who.
Have I knocked somebody out with a right hand?
Tell me who.
I just said, have I
No, I'm
knocked?
talking about on the elite level.
Oh, okay, that's what you said. Or not yet. You'll be the first one.
No,
Uh-oh.
no, I won't.
Bro, it would be funny
It
if
would
I
be.
knock you out with a right hand. How hilarious that would be. He
But
only has a
it
left
would be
hook.
funnier if I knock you out with a left hook.
That would be.
Now,
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. We see. Stop the cap.
I don't think Devin Haney has the power to knock out Ryan, to be honest.
Bro, if Haney drops, listen to this. He ain't even got to knock him out. If Haney drops Ryan Garcia needs to reconsider everything about himself. Because for you to get dropped by Devin Haney, no.
What if I knock you out with a
Comedy.
left hook?
That would be comedy. I'm not gonna lie.
Hilarious, right?
I might make a reel about it.
I
Like, that
mean-
was funny.
I mean-
I might meet myself if that happens.
Stamp it.
But what happens when I
It
knock
won't
you
happen.
out with a right
It
hand?
won't happen.
Okay, so you don't even want to take that possibility. You know,
It won't happen.
you're being
Not enough
delusional. You know,
tension.
there's a
Not enough tension.
No.
chance that could happen, right?
No.
Are you gonna lie?
No.
Oh, okay. Now you're lying.
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's a possibility.
I think it's got something to do with age, to be honest with you. These two guys known each other since they was kids.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, think about it. Say you and whoever you've known since you were a kid, now you two are grown-ups, but still young, and you're still fighting each other. You're gonna fight each other, but you still talking to somebody who you've known as a kid. So there's gonna be a certain level of friendliness or whatever. I don't know.
It's not gonna happen.
Your father was very impressed with your performance, as everybody was, against Reachberg, especially your power. You knocked Regis down.
Follow me down to the river.
In the third round of that fight, showed maybe a different level of strength fighting at 140 pounds. He also believes that you can knock Ryan out in the first round.
See, that's see, but you see what I mean, though. You see what I mean about Bill Haney? That brother be capping like, oh Lord have mercy.
When I saw the clip of him saying how it was a passing of the torch when he was sparring Floyd Mayweather and
Stop
stuff,
the
I was
cap.
like,
By that time, Floyd didn't even have the torch already. Like, Floyd wasn't super actively boxing anymore. Floyd was already a veteran on his way out. Like, see, that's the type of, oh Lord have
and
mercy.
then here comes Bill Haney. Oh, he knew it was a passing of the torch because if he would have kept going, we would have went for the belt and stuff. I'm like, what?
Of this fight.
So does that mean that the Tank is better than Devin for getting his butt whooped in that sparring? Sparring means nothing. Sparring means absolutely nothing. Nothing. How many fighters that are great get knocked down, destroyed in sparring? Then they show up to the fight and do their things. I mean, come on. Who are they? See, that's the thing. The thing is, Bill knows he's talking to a bunch of people that don't know nothing about boxing. They're a bunch of casuals. But when you talk to somebody that knows boxing, that's done the sport, they'll tell you, Bill, that's meaningless. What you're saying is meaningless. Meaningless.
You think that's on the
I
table?
mean, I think that Ryan gets overly aggressive, and we've seen him make mistakes when he gets overly aggressive. He since the amateurs, he would try to just go in there and he would just try to just jump on you, like no real strategy, just try to just get you out of there, try to get the fight over as fast as possible. And we've seen Ryan get caught in those times. And if he comes out like that,
It's true.
he will run into something.
Well,
I'm sure he'll run into something, but he gonna run into a little smart for two cars. He ain't gonna run into no damn pickup truck to knock him out. I just don't see the power in Haney.
the question I would have for you then is,
Honestly, I think if he does catch him with like a really good right hook, it's probably just gonna wobble him just a tiny bit.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
are you in the right place in your career for this fight to happen?
100%. This is the best I've felt. I feel like I'm coming into like myself.
What do you think about that last part?
I don't think so.
I think he's got.
He needs to work on his defense.
Yeah, well,
Footwork.
I think is beyond that. I think his focus. Excuse me. I think his focus is in all the things that he went through. I think that if he had somebody in his corner smart enough, they would try to get him to like use whatever anger, whatever trauma he went through in that place that he went to or whatever. They need to put him to think about using that as fuel for this fight. But I don't know. This is a very weird situation. This is a very weird fight,
Yeah.
including this face off. I just don't. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm gonna watch the fight. Don't get me wrong, but that's just me as a hardcore boxing fan.
And I think I'm at the top of my game right now, mentally, spiritually, everything. And yeah, I think this is my time. This is my moment. He has the crown right now, WBC crown, and I'm ready to go get it.
You haven't made chasing titles a priority much in the first part of your career. Is it a priority now?
Yeah, I mean, a bit of it, but it's not like really titles. It's just a person in front of me that I would like to fight. And if they so happen to have a title, great.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. I mean, sometimes it's not all about the title. There's somebody in front of you that you really want, and if they have a title, icing on the cake.
And I'm proud to fight for the WBC. I think that's the best bout. Stylistic wise, it's fly. So I want that.
Devin, you've referenced the amateur fights a few times. 6 fights between you two guys in the amateurs. And you told me earlier that the losses you had, well, you admitted you lost some of those fights. They happened when you were younger, smaller, less experienced. When you got bigger, stronger, better, you won those fights. I think you even said you gave Ryan a standing 8 count at one point.
Yes.
What do you
The
remember?
last fight.
Anything in the amateurs can give you a standing 8 count. Like I can land a flush right hand to your face. And it's up to the referee, it's up to his discretion to think, to make the choice to give you a standing 8 count. Like you're not even hurt, but he's still gonna give you an standing 8 count. That is so meaningless.
You did not give me a standing 8 count.
I didn't.
No, that's why
I
you
didn't.
cut the video at the end. You didn't.
I swear to God, if I had
Can
the
you
full
find the video?
No, I've been looking for it. I swear I've
You
been
did,
looking
I'll
for it.
tell you.
I'll show you.
Bro, you did.
And I remember that fight too. I even got a point taken.
You did. I don't know how you won that. Bro, it's
I
3.
beat the out
No,
you.
you did not, bro.
I gave you an 8 count.
You did not give me an 8 count.
You don't remember that fight in
You beat me.
Reno?
No, you beat me, though. I'll give you that.
You just said you don't know how I won that fight.
No, you beat me as in, like, okay.
They
got a
there
point.
was
as in you were awarded the fight.
a point taken away.
I got a point
You beat
taken.
me.
No, I got a point taken away, and I give him an 8 count. You see what I'm saying?
You did not
Like
give
it
me an
evened
8
out.
count, bro.
So how did I get a point taken away and I won?
See, Haney is thinking that when I hear him say what he's saying right now, this ain't professional where you get an 8 count and then it's a 10-8 round. No, this was a point base. So yes, you can get a point taken away and still win a fight. I've seen it hundreds of times in the amateur boxing. Hundreds.
Because you won. You beat me all 3 rounds. Duh. You can still win. Think about it.
Duh, yes.
No, but I got a point taken away.
But you, if you
Oh, this is our future. This is the future of boxing.
won all 3 of the rounds, even if you get a point taken
I
away,
got a point
you
taken
win.
away, and I gave you like
Oh.
No, you did not give me 8 count. That's cap.
he gave me an 8 count when we were little.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, Oxnard.
You see what he did there? He flips it on himself just to give the other one more credibility. Just psychological.
Yeah,
Yeah, Oxnard.
but he wasn't like he just was getting started. I feel.
So do you remember those fights well?
Yeah, of course. Like you weren't good in the beginning, remember? Like nobody took you serious. They're like, yo, Devin's easy work. And we win, and then I wasn't even worried about
And
it.
then I started beating this.
I was beating everybody.
Beating you.
Not
Beating
me.
the shit out of you.
No, you started off with somebody else and you beat that guy. It's true.
Do you feel like you dominated the?
He had more experience than me in the beginning. Like I didn't get on the amateur scene like that. I was just training in the gym. Like you know how like a kid will be training in the gym, but like don't have the amateur pedigree. Like he's not like going to the tournaments. He was going to the tournaments, so he had more experience than me. Once I got that experience, I was getting older. I was growing up. I started beating out of him.
But
And it's sparring.
Do you remember?
And it's sparring.
Here we go. Back to the sparring argument.
They need to stop focusing on the past. Like they've both developed.
Remember West Virginia Junior Olympic Nationals? How bad I beat the shit out of you?
It was a split decision.
Bro, how bad did I beat the shit out of you though? If
You
it was
never beat the shit out of me.
Stop it,
You
bro.
never beat the
I
shit
had
out of me.
really
No, you
days
won that
fight.
fight though. You won that fight.
For sure.
You did. I give you that.
I felt like I dominated.
He went in there. He went in there and he jumped on me. I wasn't
Right
ready.
off the rip.
He surprised me that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
I
So
did.
then after that, I've been woke. I remember that. I still remember that to this day. I said I'll never let him do that again.
No, and then I tried to do it again. It didn't work. I was pissed.
They need to stop being buddy buddy.
For real. For real. It's too cute. Too
I was like, damn.
Devin, I asked Ryan how challenging a fight this is for him. You faced some great fighters up until this point. Last year, you beat Vasily Lomachenko. You beat
He did not win that fight.
yeah.
He did not win that fight.
Oh, but I guess he's supposed to say that he did because they awarded him the fight. Whatever.
Regis Prograis. How challenging is this man to you?
We gotta see.
I'll tell you this though. If Devin goes in there thinking I'm gonna beat him because I beat Regis Prograis, he's gonna be in for a surprise. Because I think Garcia, with all of his flaws, would have destroyed Regis Prograis. I think so.
Yeah.
Styles make fights. I feel like I'm levels above him. I feel like he hasn't fought on that elite level, but when he did,
Neither have you. And when the only time you fought an elite fighter, you were given the fight. Lomachenko literally took you to school. This dude was in his corner with his father crying. Oh my gosh, he's got us figured out. It's like he knows what I'm going to do. Yeah, Dad, but when I'm about to do it, he already got an answer. He was surprised when he heard his name. As the whole world was surprised when he heard his name as the winner of the fight.
he quit. At the end of the day, rather he want to admit it or not, the world watched him take a knee. The world watched him Colin Kaepernick. So at the end of the day,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
what has he really done on the elite level?
I feel like I was handicapped. Obviously, I don't want to get into that
But
again.
you quit though.
I was handicapped.
But you did quit though. So you have that in you. It's installed in you. We did.
One thing for sure, Devin, is you ain't going to make nobody quit. You ain't got tank power.
Did see you quit.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see in the ring. I'm not gonna quit. Like
Does that criticism bother you though?
But you didn't quit that fight or
I'm not
no?
a quitter. He hit me with a great body shot, and it hurt.
You got up right after the count.
I did.
Right after.
What would you do in that situation when you're like, you're malnutrition and you're like dead?
I don't know. I can't say what I
So
would.
there
I
you
know.
go.
I know. I would never quit. I would.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You can say you never quit. That's a fact. You can say it. To say you never quit, I don't know. I don't think so. But see, that's the thing with this whole rehydration claw thing. It's like, I don't mind a rehydration claw, But do not sign a rehydration clause that is very severe, even if the fight never happens, period. Because then when you do get destroyed because you're weak, you can't blame nobody but yourself.
I never put myself in that position but you signed up
But
for
I
that.
did it.
You signed up for that.
Exactly, and I propelled
And
the
you-
sport.
you
I'm
knew-
cool with that. I'm cool.
Okay.
You see, I wish there was more fighters like what Ryan is displaying. Hey, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Oh, because I think right now the reason that we're not seeing a lot of fights is because everybody's focused on the Floyd Mayweather blueprint. They want to keep that O. And so since they don't want to lose that O, they only going to fight either fighters that are past or almost past their primes, or they're going to avoid another elite fighter and use the money argument. I think there's so many arguments being used nowadays to avoid the best fighting the best because, as you can see here, Haney is focused on never losing. Ryan is like, hey, I signed up for it. I lost. I'm cool with that. I'll take an oath for the sport. That to me, that
And we're here now, and it's fire. So I'm cool with that. I mean, I'll take an L for the sport, and I did.
Do you feel like you can outbox this man?
Yes, I can. I feel like I can.
But this is a fight you've said repeatedly you think you're going to score by
No,
knockout.
you don't even believe that.
I do believe that.
You don't.
I do believe it. I feel like if I wanted to, I could outbox him. Like if I just move on my bike and
it goes back to what I was telling you. I know that Haney has shown more, but that doesn't mean that Ryan forgot everything he learned in the amateurs.
I could beat you like that.
Please.
I just don't want to do it.
Please.
It's not fun to me.
Please.
I can't fight the way you fight, bro. I'm sorry. I'll be bored. I can't. I need to get to it.
Do you feel like you can?
That's why he was trying to get to it with Tank, and his ass ended up on his knee.
Bro, if I was 140, Tank would have got knocked out, and Tank knows that. You know how scared he looked in his eyes when I hit him in the second round? I swear I never seen somebody more scared in my life. He was. What did he do? He looked at me and said, he was running, like he was terrified. And you know what he said? He goes, if I drop you like Luke Campbell, I'm gonna go after your ass. He dropped me and he didn't take a step forward. Why is that? Think about it.
Do you feel like you?
But you signed a dotted line. You signed a dotted line that said, I'm going to come in at this weight and not a pound more. That's it. You were malnourished and you wouldn't perform to your best. So it's your fault, not Tank's fault.
You can hurt him in a fight.
Absolutely. I mean, it's boxing.
I'm not
Of course.
It's 8-ounce gloves, and like I said, if he violates on April the 20th, he's gonna run into something, and I can't hurt him. I will hurt him.
It's a very, very low chance.
You think you got a chin?
Do you got a chin? You get a little wobble too.
We seen you get knocked down.
But I never did
We
this.
seen you get knocked down.
But I
You
get
got knocked down.
I get
But hold on. But see, this is the other argument. This goes back to like what I was saying, like half throughout this reaction. Like, just because you get knocked down doesn't mean that you don't have a chin. This is what this new boxers. Where do they get these ideas from? Just because you get knocked down does not mean you don't have a chin.
That's true.
I've seen fighters that had a chin, Yori Boy Campas, get dropped and then come back up and keep fighting. Juan Manuel Marquez has a chin, dropped, back up, gets a fight, get to the fight. Marquez brother, dropped, back up, into the fight. Manny Pacquiao. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on about fighters that had a chin, got dropped. I mean, it's so stupid.
I get up within
was
like a second though.
I didn't go down. You was fucked up. You went down.
Oh, I think what you.
So you think you have a
you
chin?
was worse.
No, we saw you. We saw.
Oh, when you got
worse.
hit, you were like this.
Did I go
Bambi.
down? Did I go down?
No,
We seen you
that's
go down.
worse.
We seen you go down.
That's not a chin.
Oh my.
When I get dropped and come right back up, bro, that's a chin. Muhammad
That's a
Ali got
chin?
dropped and then he wakes up and he had the best chin in the game. That makes no sense. I
Fact.
actually have a
I
chin.
don't have a chin.
I don't know. I gotta see it.
That's a good thing, man.
I really
If
don't
you don't
know.
know, that's a good thing.
I don't know if you have a chin
That's
or
a good
not.
thing.
Well, the good thing.
I think this coming to the end. I think the good thing is that we came to the end of this face-off that really and truly, it was more of a buddy conversation than a face-off. I don't know what was your thoughts on this face-off?
I mean, it it was interesting. Obviously, Devin kept going back to the past. It's not the past anymore. Honestly, I wish there was more tension. Like, okay, I'm gonna fight you. Let's
See,
have out the fight.
I would have rather seen more tension here than in the press conferences, because I feel like the press conferences are okay, but when I see a boxer being tough with his goons around him, that stuff don't mean nothing to me. Like right there at the 1-on-1, more tension would have been more interesting to me. When you're being a pit bull and you got your whole team around you barking along with you, it's too ghetto for me. That's not even boxing anymore. That's like, I remember, like, you can go back and look at Ali. Ali talked a lot, but Ali would go to an interview and would look at his opponent and tell him, "I'm gonna make you remember my name. I'm gonna show you how great I am." And then he would show up to the press conference and continue to talk. And he was always Ali, Ali, Ali. And he had a hype guy, a B or whatever his name was. But nothing like Ali. Ali made sure, hey, you're here to see me. I'm gonna do all the talking. And if you talk with me, I'm gonna talk louder than you. Period. Period. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. A pretty strange face off, in my opinion. I don't even know. I'm shocked. I'm used to seeing the Cottos versus Margarito, the Mayweather versus Sugar Shane Mosley, the Deontay Wilder versus uh, um, the Gypsy King. All these face off that bring a lot of tension. The Thurman versus Pacquiao. I don't know. This was too much of a buddy, in my opinion. I don't know what your thoughts are in this face off. Make sure to drop it in your comments. You got anything else before we go? We're gonna end this one.
Nah, I don't really got nothing else.
All right, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, we're warming up the engines. Little by little, we're coming back. Little by little. We've been off for a minute. So as we find content that attracts us a little more, we'll be coming back more often. My other son was supposed to be with us, but unfortunately he couldn't because something happened with his headphones, and obviously he wasn't going to be able to hear the video. So he decided to just let me and him do it for today. But hopefully in the next one he'll be here with us. So that's it for now. Raw Boxing TV. We out.